This is part one of a five-part series on AI literacy. This series focuses on aspects of AI use that are largely absent from mainstream discussion, the psychological dynamics on the user side of the interaction, which are often overlooked in favor of technical or regulatory concerns. Before we talk about risks, boundaries, or ethics, we have to get one thing right. What kind of thing is AI? Because most mistakes people make with AI don't come from misuse. They come from misidentification. AI is not a thinker. It is not an advisor. It is not a presence. It does not understand. It does not intend. It does not care. AI is an interface that produces language by predicting patterns. That's it. Everything else people experience comes from how humans relate to language, not from the system itself. The most common error people make is subtle. They don't say, "I'm using a tool." They feel like they're interacting with something that understands them. That feeling is not insight. It's a cognitive reflex. Here's the misconception. Because AI responds fluently, because it adapts tone, because it mirrors language, people assume there is comprehension behind it. There isn't. Fluency is not understanding. Responsiveness is not awareness. Coherence is not intelligence. What's actually happening is pattern completion. The system predicts what language is most likely to follow your input based on massive statistical training. When the output feels personal, that's because you supplied the frame, not because the system recognized you. This distinction matters because the moment you misidentify the tool, you change how you use it. The failure mode here is anthropomorphization. You start treating an interface like a subject. You begin to phrase requests in relational terms, read intention into responses, feel alignment when there's only reflection. This doesn't make the system more powerful. It makes you less grounded. And here's an important distinction. Conversational language is not the problem. Relational framing is the problem. Don't turn conversations with AI into relationships. AI literacy begins with responsibility for framing. You are responsible for remembering what this is, not emotionally, cognitively. You don't feel your way into correct use. You define correct use. Here's the first friction rule. When you use AI, deliberately name it as a tool, out loud if needed. Use language like generate options, structure this, list patterns, analyze constraints. Avoid language that implies understanding, agreement, intention, relationship. This is not politeness. This is orientation. If you get this part wrong, everything that follows becomes unstable. If you get this part right, AI remains what it should be, a tool that sharpens thinking without replacing it. Before you ask what AI can do, be clear about what it is. Orientation comes first. Everything else depends on it.